In this lesson, we'll be crocheting a sphere, and it has 4 stages. First, we'll be making the magic ring, and then we'll be crocheting the circle, which is the base of our sphere, and it goes through increase, and then when we'll be at this point, we'll be using the stuffing to give shape to our sphere. And in the end, we'll be using the decrease, and we'll be using a needle to close up our sphere. So as an example, I have here the turtle I've made. You can see its shell looks like a sphere, but it's like a half of a sphere. But you can get the idea of we have started crocheting here, and then we've went on and made the rest of the shell. Also the head. I also have this ball here. You can see I've started here in the magic ring and then went on and made the rounds. Did some increase and then crocheted some rounds, and then I went on and closed that up. I also have the strawberry. I started off with a circle here, and then I've done some increase, and if you see it like this, you can see it's half of a sphere. I also made this plant pot. Here is the flat circle at the bottom, and then I went on and made the rounds till I came here. And the carrot, if you see, you can see the magic ring. And then we did some increase and made those rounds. And if you look at the head of this bunny, here is the magic ring and the start of the head. So we've done some increase, and then we've made the sphere of the head. We also have this hand as an example. Here's the start, and then we went on and made the rest of the hand. So in this lesson, we will be crocheting a sphere. So you will need stuffing to stuff your sphere while crocheting. So in the last lesson, we crocheted a circle until round 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at round 4 at the moment. So you're going to remove your stitch mark first, and then you're going to make 1 single crochet. I'm going to mark that stitch. So now we started round 5 with this single crochet, and we will be doing 1 single crochet in every single stitch. So now we have 24. We need to have 24 at the end of this round. So we've made 1, we have 23 more to go. So this is 2, 3, 4. And you also have to make sure that your loop on the hook is loose so that you won't have tight stitches. So now I have 5 stitches left. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the last one, 5. So now if we count all of our stitches, you must have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So now when you're crocheting, you must have noticed that now you have an arced shape circle. So we're going to do another round. So this was round 5. We're going to do round 6 the same way we just did. So this is the starting stitch. So now we're going to be crocheting the 6th round. So we're going to do this round just like we did to the previous round. We're going to do 1 single crochet in every single stitch. So if then the first one, which is the starting stitch, so we'll make the other 23 now. So now I have the last 4. I'll do them now. So this is 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. So now we finished round 6. You can see now you have the half sphere shape. We're going to do one more round, which is round 7, and you can put this yarn inside here to keep it out of the way while crocheting. So we're going to do one more round, which is round 7, like this. So we're going to do round 7 and round 8 the same way we did round 5 and 6. So in round 7, we're going to do single crochets all around, which will be 24. And when we finish round 7, we're going to do round 8, and round 8 will also be 24 single crochets. So now we're crocheting round 7. So now I've finished round 7, and I'm going to be doing round 8 like the way we did round 7. So we're going to do it all single crochets once more. So now I'm about to finish round 8. So now when you've done your 8th row, which we did all single crochets, you can now count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and this one is 24. And if you want to count your rows, you can count them from below the stitch mark. So from the magic ring, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This one is the 8th row. So now let's continue. We will start by removing the stitch mark and making 1 single crochet, and then mark that stitch. So we are going to start row 9. When we were making our sphere, when we were doing the increase, we did the magic ring, and then we did the increase in all the stitches, and then we had 12, and then we did 1 single crochet and then increase. Then we had 18, and then we did 2 single crochets and then an increase. After that, made 24 stitches, and then after we've done that, we started crocheting simple stitches in every single one. So here we finished off with doing 2 single crochets and then an increase. So in row 9, we will be doing 2 single crochets and then we're going to be doing a decrease. And decrease is basically, we're going to be doing 2 stitches. So we have 2 stitches, we're going to combine them in one. So we've made 1 single crochet, make another one. So this is 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to do a decrease. So you're going to insert your hook, just like you normally do a single crochet. You're going to pull, but instead of making pulling a loop through those both loops, we're going to do the same thing to the next loop, to the next stitch. So you have 2 loops. You're going to insert your hook in the next stitch. You're going to pull the yarn through that stitch, and now you have 3. And you can see those 2 stitches are connected. Then you're going to wrap the yarn around the hook and then pull it through both the 3 loops. So now we have a decrease. If you can see, here is the stitch. These are 2 single crochets, and then we did an increase. This is 1 stitch and this is the other, and we combine them in 1. So we'll continue on with this pattern. So 2 single crochets. So this is 1. This is 2. And now we're going to do a decrease. So insert your hook, grab a loop through the stitch, do the same to the next stitch. So you have 3 loops. We're going to pull the yarn through the 3 loops. To do it again, this is 1 single crochet and this is the other one, 2. Now a decrease. So now we have the last 4. I'm going to do 2 single crochets. This is 1 and this is 2. And in the last 2, we're going to do a decrease. So like this, we finished row 9. I'm going to start with row 10. So make 1 single crochet in the next stitch and mark it. And this time, so in the previous row we did 2 single crochets and then we did a decrease. So in this one, we're going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease. So we did 1 single crochet and now we're going to do a decrease. So again, the first stitch and then go into the second stitch and then grab a loop. 3 loops, pull the yarn through the 3 loops. So once more, 1 single crochet and then a decrease. So now we have the last 3. We're going to make 1 single crochet and then the last decrease of this row. So now let's count our stitches. You must have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this one here is 12. Now we are about to complete our sphere, and we need to fill it up with stuffing. So grab some stuffing and just put it in. Like this. So now, after you've stuffed your sphere, it's time to begin row 11. You can count your rows. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9, and here is 10. So grab your yarn and your hook. Remove your stitch mark. And instead of making a single crochet, we're going to be making a decrease. Since we're closing up our hole, we will be closing it up and we will make a decrease. So make a decrease. So insert your hook and pull the yarn through the stitch. Do the same to the next stitch. And pull the yarn through the 3 loops. Now you're going to mark the stitch you made just now, the decrease. And you're going to be doing a decrease in every 2 stitches. So this is decrease number 1. So this is the second. So this is 3. 4. 5. And the last 2 is 6. So now you must have 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. Now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut your yarn and make sure to leave a long tail. So about this long. And you're going to cut it. You're going to remove your stitch mark and you're going to pull this loop. So you're going to insert your hook in the first stitch and pull the yarn through. Do the same to the next stitch. Insert your hook and pull the yarn. Do the same process to every single stitch. So this is the last one. This is 6. And we have this one over here. We're going to also pull the loop through it. Like this. Now leave your hook and you're going to pull the yarn. And it will automatically close your hole. So now, after you've pulled your yarn, we need to hide this extra yarn inside of our sphere. So you will need a needle and you're going to put the yarn inside the needle. So here I have the end of my yarn is scattered. So I'll be just going ahead and cutting that end off. Now I'll put the yarn inside the needle like this, and pull once more, and you're going to take your needle and you're going to put it in the middle, insert it in the middle of the hole here, and let it pass through. Don't pull too hard, or else it will make a steep edge inside. And then just go ahead and insert your needle randomly in the sphere. So when you finish doing this step, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to pull the yarn a bit, not too tight or not too strong, and you're going to cut it off. And now you can just use your hand to reshape your sphere. So like this, you've learned how to crochet a sphere.